Yo, what's good, man? MBS Central, MBS Uncensored, man. We are back at it. It's the official recap. Drop your location. I got my guy True X, the sports junkie, with me. He hasn't done the recap with me in a minute, but we here, man.
Wow, man.
So
I talk
what,
different. You hear me? Let's get straight to these
what's good?
payments.
All right, man. Well, I guess we're gonna get straight to it, man. What everybody's talking about right now, John the Don versus Easy the Black Captain. It's officially over. We got reactions everywhere, man. So let's get straight to it, man. So let's start off with how you called this battle.
Man, well, before I even call it, let me say
Are
this.
you freezing up?
Shout out to Easy. Shout out to John. Fire battle. Fire battle. Lived up to the hype. The audio was dropped yesterday by John. And when people start hoping that things turn out the way it does, sometimes we're let with a major letdown. But both of these gentlemen came out the gate swinging. We'll talk about the third rounds in a few, but off of first watch, we talk about first watch. So let me say this: I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I saw some people tweeting. I saw Keo. I saw other people within the culture tweeting. I had John first round. I thought Easy's first round was crazy, but I thought John edged him in the first. And then the second, I thought John's second was crazy, but I thought that Easy left Earth in the second, so I gave it to Easy. So it's 1-1 going to the third round. And I'm like, well, we got one. This is one of them ones. It had the feel, of course, it's not, Summer Madness or none of that, but it had the feel of the chess versus Easy.
Right.
Fire rounds out the gate. And I'll just say this, man. The third round, I had a little bit of a letdown. I felt like Easy had a couple of dry spots, had a hiccup. John had a moment where the crowd was kind of like messing up the battle. It comes down to the third to me. Whatever side you choose, you can go either way. Me off of first watch, I would say I gave it to John because I'm one of the ones, if you slip up, and Easy even admitted it after the battle that he slipped up, and he had a lot of dry spots. I edged it by a slim margin to John, but that's off of first watch. I want to watch it
Wow.
again. I had John 2-1, and I think it comes down to the third, in my opinion.
Yeah, Easy said the
But
same thing.
but real quick, John, stop repeating that damn bar. Go ahead.
um, um, with this battle, based off of what I seen from the MBS polls, I was actually surprised by the polls, to be honest with you, man. Right as of right now, close to 500 people voted. They got John 53% to 47% right now.
Well, that's
So
basically almost 50-50. That's fire. It's a
yeah,
close battle.
a
It's
lot of
debatable.
people, a lot of media platforms and bloggers with their polls, they got John in the lead also. Um, but I got this battle 2-1 for Easy, man. I had John with the first round. I was surprised that he won the first round. To me, he just surprised me, man. I normally Easy comes swinging in this first round, and he sets the tone for it. This time, um, John, he matched the energy and he matched everything. Had a lot of quotables, haymakers, all in that first. The second round, it seemed like Easy was trying to ride up because the second round, Easy's round, and I see you tweeted also that this round was unbeatable. Like it wasn't enough. And then I and John had a fire round, but I just felt like it wasn't enough though. Then the third round was just and down for both of them, but I kind of felt like Easy just had more moments in the third. John had a lot of pauses. A lot of people were talking about that during the battle. I just felt like John. If you want to talk about dry spots, John had more dry spots in the third round, if anything. And I end up edging it to Easy in the battle 2-1.
And look, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not mad at that. I felt like John. I think that John's dry spots really came off of the energy of the crowd. I think people slept on John's material. The bar, I think it was in the second round. Even though I gave the second to Easy because I thought Easy left Earth in the second. That Marvel line, I think it was in the second, was crazy. I think people slept on that one. That was fire.
Yeah.
Now he had other better stuff than that, but I'm just saying they didn't even react to that. I'm like, even Easy was like, that was fire.
So first round, let's break down the first round with this battle. So in the first round, Easy had a lot of moments in there. He had the fire alarm. We break down the glass in case of emergency.
Yeah.
He had the I was trying to tell John I wasn't trying to be Joe, but bring that H in. I thought that was clever what he said, and then he ended it with the uh, I was actor before Bel Air, went in front of the judge and did a monologue.
Yeah,
that was the first round for Easy. Then first round, John was swinging in the first. He had the we. Who else gonna get his children books when I send Easy to read? Read. I thought that was fire. That was clever. One of my favorite ones in this first was he said, "If I pass the bullseye, that means the target was hit."
Yeah,
man,
that he
was
walked it down,
nasty.
man. He really did.
And then he ended his first round. Now watch how it goes to smack the Chrome. Thought this was an easy choice.
Yeah.
So how you broke down that first round?
Well, I didn't write no bars because I wasn't home. I'm traveling. I literally just got down. Skill been waiting for me. He was like, man, we got to get to this recap. But I've been traveling all weekend. And so I didn't write anything down. I'm kind of like, as I'm hearing the material while I'm driving, I'm like, this is crazy. Fire battle. I didn't write nothing down, but I caught all the ones you just said. When I was watching the battle.
So what made basically not have to say any bars or anything, but what made you decide to give that first round to John?
I thought John, like you said a little bit, I feel like John somewhat surprised a lot of us. I don't know why, because John is fire, but I thought John's highs were higher than Eazy, even though Eazy had, like I told you, Eazy had a great round in my opinion. But I think that John's was a little bit greater, in my opinion, respectfully.
Okay, so in the second round, I was like, "Damn, Eazy better step it up," because John's match was. Yeah, so the second round, he had he said, "If I wasn't the A side, you could have skipped me." So they brought him with the rock stuff going on. He said, "You Jacquees, you remix you remixed everybody's original shit."
Fire.
And he also said, "You said I was on the wrong side of the breakup. Sound like a end that got his bitch took." I was like, man, Eazy
was talking in a second. I had to tweet that while I'm driving. Hey, look, I know it's against the law to text and drive. I won't even lie to y'all. I'm like, oh no, I gotta text this. I stopped my car and I'm like, Eazy is talking to this boy.
Yeah, and then John had, I think on the second he had trying to be Rem. Rem might leave the block shot. I thought that was dope what he said, but Eazy was just too much in that second round, and it was just I don't think John couldn't do anything with what Eazy did in that second round. And when I heard that second, it seemed like Eazy was riding up in this battle because I figured his first round would be his best round, but his second round ended up being the second round. Now, going to the third, man, how did you decide the third for you off of first watch?
Like I told you, man. Oh, let me just say this as far as the second round. I was like, there's no way John John's gonna beat Easy second round. There's no way, because Easy left Earth, in my opinion. I'm listening to it as I'm driving and I'm trying to get home. And I'm like, boy, this boy is talking. Like I told you, I had to stop and actually tweet it out. Easy is talking to John John in the second round, and he left Earth. And then John John goes second, and I thought John John's material for the second was fire. Against most people, John John takes the second, but Easy just left Earth in the second. Like I said in the third, I thought Easy had some moments. I shout out to everybody that's gonna disagree with me. I know one bar at the top that I didn't like, the hospitality bar. That wasn't it for me for Easy. That was not it. I don't even know why. I expected more from Easy. Easy might get mad. That's my. Hey, look, I had Easy and Fonz on. Y'all know how I feel. I always pick Easy to win every battle, but I did not like that bar. I thought it was just I didn't want to be disrespectful. Respectfully, I didn't like that bar. I thought there was a lot of dry spots from Easy, and like you said, as I'm watching the battle, I'm watching Easy's material, and it's going like this. First round, fire. Second round, leaves Earth. And I felt like it was like it just pummeled down like in the third. It was like, that's not even one. If you said the best Easy rounds since he's been basically on this run, that third round wouldn't even be in his top 10, in my opinion. Easily one of his worst rounds since I've been watching Easy. A lot of dry spots. Had some moments. I don't want to sit there and say he had no moments, but it just wasn't it wasn't the moments that I was expecting after seeing the first and the second. And then, like I said, with the John in the third, he had dry moments, but I really think it was more to do with the crowd and that one bar. I don't know what made him keep repeating it. I don't know what he was trying. I know you kept saying, Billy says there's no pause. I get all that. But I'm like, John, go ahead with the material. Stop letting them dictate what you're doing. And I just think that John had and an Easy slip up is battle rap. When you slip up, like Danny always says, man, from that old era, you slip up, you automatically lost. So if you made me, I didn't love either one of their rounds. I thought they were okay at best. But the slip up, I would have to give it to John. But I'm not mad at you if you think Easy won. It's just a preference thing in the third, I guess.
Yeah, the third round is gonna come down preference of who you like more. Like I like the Easy when he said, what happens when life gives you a multiple choice, all of the above is the wrong answers.
That was fire. That was one of his odds.
He had the since I can't get to rock, let me battle Lady Cautions in the end. I thought that was dope, but Easy did have a lot of dry spots in that battle. But I feel like it wasn't no as noticeable as much as John John's. Like with John John's, like you really notice it. Like the crowd was stopping, and then obviously he had the pause moment. So yeah, I kind of felt like I gave it more to Easy as far as like material wise, what was cleaner. And I felt like even though Easy's round wasn't perfect, I feel like it was more cleaner than what John had.
I'll say this though, bro. I'm
And
not mad
yeah,
at that.
that's
I promise you. I'm not mad at that. And I also want to say, shout out to Easy and John. The culture won tonight. That was a fire battle. The trenches won. Gutter City won. The bullpen won. This was not a URL event. And it wasn't a Chrome event. This wasn't an RBE event. This was bullpen and trenches, Gutter City, and it was fire. Fire battle, man. I give it up to both of them gentlemen. Fire battle. I'm not mad if somebody says Easy won. I'm not mad if somebody says John. Off rewatch, I may say Easy won. because I did like that. If all of the above, I liked it. That was fire.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
just off of first watch, I edged it to John John in the third. But first and second, fire from both of them, and that's just the way I saw it.
yeah. And the winner wins 25K. So I feel bad whoever is the judge is judging it because they got 25 on the floor. So the winner get takes 25K home. So whoever the judges are, they got a really tough decision. If I was the judge and you're asking me to judge off first watch, I'm taking easy, man. I'm taking
Yeah,
easy
and
two
see,
winning this back.
and initially when I tweeted out, I said 1-1, 1-1. Third round is preference. I said something of that nature. I forgot exactly verbatim what I said. I think, like I said, if you had to give it to somebody, especially with money on the floor, the hiccup from Easy to me cost him the round, especially along with the dry spots, but that cost him the
Wow.
round for me.
Are you surprised by the polls by a lot of
No,
the
I
platforms out?
honestly believe, bro, it was a close battle. Like shout out to Easy, and like I said, man, Easy gonna feel the way he feels. Easy always feel like he won every battle, and he's supposed to. You're a competitor. You're supposed to feel like you're the best. I'm not mad at that. But if he's being truthful with himself, he knows that was a close battle. It's a close battle. It's nip and tuck all the way. I think that
I
if you if you say Easy won, cool. If you say John John won, cool. It was a good battle. The culture won.
and I think Easy definitely redeemed himself. Especially
Yes.
what happened to Geechee. Um, you know, and 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 John used that angle also. So I don't think it had much of a huge effect on it, but it had an effect, but not I don't think that much. A lot of people are saying though that if it wasn't for the audio, the battle might have turned differently. Do you agree with that?
It could have, for sure. For sure, it could have turned differently. No doubt about it. I feel like in the third, I'll say this. I also feel like if the crowd would have let John John get through his material cleanly in the third, maybe it's not as close as I'm saying it is. Maybe John John takes it.
Uh,
I'm just saying. Hey, look, I'm not. I'm not sitting here saying for sure. I don't know. If it's always going to be an if factor. But at the end of the day, we got what we got. I'm happy with what we got. And I'm excited to see where we go from here because, we talking about this battle. There was somebody tweeting out there and somebody we talked about just a couple of days ago about the A side, B side. And he was talking spicy on Twitter. Hey, Rock!
I think this is a battle of the year type of contender, man. I actually think this was a better battle than Twerk and Mook. I thought
Wow.
this, yeah, because I just think every single round was like it was great rounds by all three rounds. Like everybody was tapped in with it. I think with the Mook and Twerk, I don't think everybody was feeling all three rounds by all three of them.
Well, I know I wasn't on
With
here when y'all did the recap of that. For anybody that wants to know my opinion, I know y'all might say, I don't care about X's opinion. I had Twerk 2-1 first and second. I gave Mook the third. I thought Twerk, yeah, he bought out Briz. That was cool, but that round was it wasn't that to me. Um Mook was fire. Like people are sleeping on Mook, but I think Twerk's material was better in the first and second. And I think Twerk took that battle. I know you might be like, hey, we're not even recapping that. I just wanted to put my opinion out there. I don't know. As far as what you're saying, which one was a better battle? Ooh, it's close. Because I thought Mook was fire. I thought Twerk was fire. I didn't love Twerk's third. Um, so, you know, it is what it is. It's a close,
yeah,
it's
this was
close.
yeah, the culture definitely won in this battle, man. There was no drama, no BS. Great sportsmanship by both of them. And it was a dope battle though, but based off of how everything went, people got to see things on the second watch now. It might change people's minds, so like I said, a lot of mixed reactions. John John may be up in the polls, but it's very close though. Like it's very, very close though.
Hey man, I got a question to ask you, big dog. Who you want to see
Well,
these two gentlemen battle next? Oh,
um, as far as John John goes, I'm
he's
not sure
battled
what's
almost
next.
everybody.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's possibly next for John John. As far as Easy goes, I know I want to see that Rock battle if they can make that happen. I would like to see that Rock battle. I think Shotgun Shug is a battle that's definitely possible. So I think those are the battles that I would like to see Easy battle. I think the Rock one is what everybody wants to see right now.
Yeah, I think that's the. I mean, if we're talking about easy, for sure it's Tay Rock. Tay Rock was on Twitter just now saying, "Ain't no way." Basically, I'm paraphrasing right now. He said, "Ain't no way this boy can beat me." Hey, man, excuse me.
One
I
one
gotta see this one. I gotta see this
one
one.
one 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 last question. Now, does when it comes to champion of the year now, does this hurt Easy's chances or does it help his chances?
Oh no, it's a fire battle. I mean, regardless, it's debatable. It's not a clear win on either side. I don't think this is one of the ones where you say John John won
Okay.
clear or Easy won clear. It's debatable, so this doesn't hurt him. This is actually memorable that we're going to talk about this as possibly battle of the year. So I don't think it hurts him at all. I mean, a lot of people's going to have Easy winning, so this doesn't hurt him at all.
Yeah,
Now,
I
do I
think
think he's
this
going to
helps
win?
him.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win though.
Nah, nah. I don't think he's gonna win either. But I think it helps his chances, if anything. Because I don't think it goes by the wins and losses. The impact of the battle was huge though. So I think it does definitely help him though.